Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad. Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes?
It seems that the garden was well maintained. It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock. I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Never mind. You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Well, guys, can you hear me, brother? Can you hear me? Hello, mic. Mic check. Hello. Yes, now okay, bro. अरे sorry guys, fuck मेरा mic थोड़ा loose हो गया था plug से. Shit, मैं कब से अकेला अकेला भड़बड़ कर रहा था इतनी देर से. Oh, cycle. चलो शाब्दी से बात करते हैं.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
आगे कुछ बोलना. ऐसा क्या है? ओके. ये गार्डन ये सब एविडेंस है गाइस. ओके, इससे हमने बात कर ली. ये इधर ही है. Judas carries a woman with an unnecessary life due to her unhappy marriage with Peter. Okay, she is a very religious Christian Catholic woman who undertook it same pilgrimage when he was young. Okay. ओके, ये रहा कैरेक्टर पोर्ट्रेट हो गई. ये आ गया हम पे. कोई चलो एस्केप. ओके, अब मुझे फिर से नई जगह ढूंढनी है. सॉरी गाइस, सॉरी. मुझे लगा मेरे आवाज़ सबको सुनाई दे रहा होगा. ये रहा, मुझे इधर जाना है.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
ठीक है, सिखा मत अपने को मेरे को.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Yes, this is Mr. Sherlock Holmes story game, bro. A famous detective, bro. मैजिक।
Mr. Holmes?
अबे ठीक है ना मिस्टर होम्स। ये देखो गाइस, अबे इधर क्या देखूं, इधर तो कुछ है नहीं। इधर तो कुछ है नहीं एग्जामिन करने को। आर यू ब्रो, यू आर नाउ डिटेक्टिव काउबॉय फॉर टुडे। यस ब्रो, आई थिंक ये गेम और ज़्यादा लंबी चलेगी, एक दिन में ख़त्म नहीं हो पाएगी गेम। लेकिन एक की होल को कैसे करूँ एक्सप्लोर? कुछ मार्क ही नहीं आ रहा है। अच्छा, विंडोज को भी एग्जामिन
This
कर
window is locked from the inside.
Okay,
I do not see any attempt at a break-in.
अच्छा, ये क्या है? पीछे भी एक विंडो था ना। हाँ ये रहा। ओके, ये रहा स्क्रैच।
These scratches are fresh.
ओह नाइस 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 नाइस, मिल गया।
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
ओ खुल गया, दरवाजा खुल गया। ओह वाह,
What a terrible way to die.
क्या मारा है रे इसको।
Harpoons for hunting whales. Harpoons for hunting whales.
अच्छा, इसी से व्हेल को मारता। ये बंदा व्हेल को मारता है, ये जो दिख रहा है ना, ये बंदा व्हेल को मारता है। ये देखो, ये रहा।
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
अच्छा, ये अपने किसी के दोस्त का ही काम है गाइस।
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
ओके ओके ओके। और कुछ छूट तो नहीं जा रहा है ना?
This wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
इस बुक का भी क्या राज बाकी रह गया है? अच्छा, तो गाइस आपको भी अगर कोई टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स अगर टिप्स बतानी तो गाइस प्लीज गाइस बता देना मुझे.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Tap to open. Yes bro, tap to open. Yes. ये blue whale का sperm whale का तेरा tap to open. अभी इसमें तो कुछ है नहीं. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey, inspect the crime scene at Woodmansley, completed. Okay, ये तो कर लिया complete. The book. Okay, the book. Okay, the book को tap to open. Okay. No, bro. The book is not in our custody.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
We can't open this book, bro. We can't open this book.
JHN
That's it.
are probably the initials of the owner. The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Okay. I think that tab opened the book. No, bro. It opens our storage area, bro. Our diary and our wish list, etc., etc.
Rum, a sailor's drink. Someone drank from this glass recently. It
Acha.
seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
अच्छा.
Someone drank from this glass recently.
तंबाकू.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
खुला खुला खुला.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Oh. Rotate and move the elements from a clear picture of aromatic associations. Guys, ये बहुत मस्त है. ये कोई कार है क्या? अच्छा. हमें 3D इमेज बनाने गाइस. I think स्मोकिंग पाइप, टोबैको लीफ। अच्छा ये एक अलग चीज बन गई। अच्छा मुझे सारी चीजें अलग बनानी है, लोल। That is sheep, yes bro, but sheep, how to construct a sheep? Bro, this is very difficult, bro. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, this is correct. Okay, guys. Now this is okay. That's it, guys.
Yes.
I solved it.
This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
मजा आ गया भाई, मजा आ गया। ऐसी इसे कहते हैं डिटेक्टिव गेम, इसे कहते हैं एकदम मिस्ट्री गेम्स गाइस। मजा आ गया। ओपी। अब मुझे इसमें क्या मिला आई डोंट नो। ये रहा। ओके 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 ओके। Bro, I am not a sheep engineer. How can I construct? Yes, bro. और क्या इधर? अच्छा ये टेबल हमने निकाला। Nice job. Alright, thanks for that. उसके जूते।
Peter carries boots. They look to be a size 8.
अच्छा।
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
अरे देखो यार, मुझे देखना है। कॉम्पास। ओके, और कुछ नहीं है। उसके जूते से हमें कुछ शायद मिल जाएगा। उसके जूते से ये रहा गाइस। फाइंड ए यूज। पीटर कैरीज बूट दैट विल अपीयर टू बी साइज 8। ओके, अब हमें उसके साथ जूते के निशान भी देखने हैं। एक बार फिर भी हम अपनी पैनी नज़र से देख लेते हैं, कुछ छूट तो नहीं जा रहा है। कुछ नहीं, बाहर चलो।
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene? Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
Nah.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
तो ये रहा जूते के निशान। हाँ, लेकिन अब जूते के निशान कैसे उठाऊं यार? दिख तो रहे।
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
वो क्या चीज है? What is that? मैं उधर नहीं जा सकता। मुझे जाना है। अब क्या करना है गाइस? पीटर्स कैरीज बूट्स, दे अपीयर टू बी साइज 8। हाँ लेकिन कैसे करूँ ओपन? अरे जूते, अच्छा जूते जूते जूते, ओपी ओपी ओपी। यहाँ से शॉर्टकट नहीं ले सकता। अरे जूते तो हमारे गिर गए थे ना उधर, नाइस। अरे जूते तो थे इधर।
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884.
Bro, there are
Peter
evidences.
Carey was her captain.
Okay. Yes, evidences, but how to open? I know the shoes size 8, okay, and 1878 to 1884 are stacked on the shelf, the well and cementing, okay. ओके मैप 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 नहीं देखा गाइस, मैप नहीं देखा।
Dundee.
Dundee.
Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
क्या छूट जा रहा है गाइस? क्या मुझसे कुछ छूट रहा है मेरे भाई? Something is missed.
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
अरे हाँ
Have you
बोलना।
finished inspecting the crime scene?
कुछ मुझे इस शूज से कुछ तो करना है। फाइंड अ यूज। मुझे ये जूते का इस्तेमाल कहीं पे करना है। अच्छा मुझे शायद उसके वो चाची से बात करनी है। आई थिंक द एविडेंस आर यूजफुल इन इन्वेस्टिगेशन। यस यस यस, मुझे भी लग रहा है कि उसका कुछ ना कुछ आगे रोल होगा। मुझे चाची से बात करनी शायद। वाइस पीटर स्मोकर, हाँ तंबाकू को मिला है। ये चाची को क्यों इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहा है?
Thank you, madam. Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
Yes, tobacco pouch.
I'm not sure. It might be. But he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Thank you, madam.
अच्छा तो ये पता चल गया कि वो टोबैको पाउच इसका नहीं है, किसी मर्डर का है। ओपे, लेकिन अब जूते किसको बताऊं?
Who could do such a thing? Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
अब जूते किसको बताऊं भाई? ओके ये जूते मेरे को कहीं पे चेक करने हैं गाइस। खुलता है क्या? नहीं खुलता, लॉक पड़ा है।
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
गाइस जूते कहाँ चेक करूं ब्रो? ये रहा, देखो ये रहा फुटप्रिंट्स। ये देखो गाइस फुटप्रिंट्स, दिख रहे हो मेरे भाई लोग? ये रहा है, देखो गाइस। फक
These boots don't match the footprints.
अच्छा तो ये
These footprints appear to be quite large.
तो गाइस हमको पता चल गया कि पीटर कैरिस बूट डोंट मैच द फुटप्रिंट्स, यानी मतलब कोई और आया था इसको मारने के लिए। चलो का है, अब मेरा काम हो गया।
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
अरे हाँ बोलना।
Mr. Holmes?
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
मतलब कि मुझे और जूते ढूंढने हैं क्या? हरी प्रसाद भाई पबजी खेलो भाई, पबजी खेलो। अरे ब्रो खेलेंगे ब्रो, पबजी भी खेलेंगे ब्रो। आज सोचा चलो आज नई गेम डाउनलोड किए तो चलो नई गेम के साथ शुरुआत करते, कम बैक करते हैं। भाई वाईफाई ने यार बहुत धोखा दिया हुआ है, बहुत परेशान करता है वाईफाई मुझे। लेकिन अब मुझे जूते का फुटप्रिंट्स कहाँ ढूंढूं ब्रो, प्लीज टेल मी। इसमें हेल्प का भी कोई बटन नहीं है, हिंट मतलब हिंट दे सके, इसमें हिंट वाला भी कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है।
These footprints appear to be quite large.
अब मैं कहाँ से ढूंढूं यार? अच्छा एफपीपी मोड भी है, लोल। मेरे भाई 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 अब मैं थोड़ा ज़्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेट हो रहा हूँ ब्रो। रितिन ब्रो कैन यू हेल्प मी ब्रदर? ब्रो कैन वी फॉलो द फुटप्रिंट्स? Let's see. Here is a footprints, okay? Here it's vanish. It's vanish, bro. It's vanish. That's it. 1 2 3 4 5 6. That's it. That's it. See. 1 2 3 4.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
No bro, I think we have to find more clue, but from where? I think शायद वो मर्डर प्लेस के वहीं पे कहीं ना कहीं उसका छूट गया होगा। I think I am missing something. शायद मैं कुछ मिस कर रहा हूँ गाइस। ब्रो कैन वी फॉलो द फुटप्रिंट? ये तो मैंने पढ़ लिया लो। Bro, ask that granny. No, bro, he's not going to tell us. She's not, sorry, she's not going to tell us. I already tried.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
नहीं यार मैं कुछ मिस कर रहा हूँ मेरा भाई. I think I'm missing something.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably
Bro,
from
once
one of
check
Peter
all the
Carey's
ways.
catches.
Bro, I think I have tried everything, bro. Oh, here it is, outline of the dust.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It
अच्छा,
was
यहाँ पे कुछ
larger
था.
than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
इसीलिए मैं बोलूँगा इस कुछ तो यहाँ पे था. ये देखो. कुछ तो यहाँ पे नहीं है. हाँ जो नहीं है यहाँ पे.
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
अब क्या बाकी रह गया यार. The outline of the dust one of the carriage shells locate something had been recently removed. It is a larger than a book, a box or a small chest, perhaps. अच्छा अब मुझे वो बॉक्स बक्सा ढूंढना है. Seriously? अब मुझे वो बक्सा ढूंढना है. कहाँ हो सकता है गाइस वो? दादी से पूछ के देखता हूँ.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
कैबिन में चलो गाइस, कैबिन में चलो.
Thank you, madam.
वेट अ मिनट गाइस, मैं अपनी पानी की बोतल जरा लेके आता हूँ. I'm coming guys, okay? I'm coming. Hello guys, hello, mic check, hello. Okay, I'm back. Okay, अब मुझे रूम में जाना, ठीक है? शायद यही घर है. अब हमें परमिशन मिल गई अंदर जाने की. मना कर रहा है अभी भी यार.
Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
अरे हाँ बोलना मेरे भाई.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. हमें क्या करना है? हमें एविडेंस कहाँ चलना है गाइस? आई डोंट नो। गाइस प्लीज हेल्प मी गाइस, कहाँ जाना है गाइस मुझे अब? इसमें तो मना कर रहा है मुझे जाने को। दादी को पूछ के देखता हूँ, दादी ने तो मुझे बताया
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
कि उसके कैबिन में, अच्छा उसके कैबिन में होगा गाइस, कहीं ना कहीं होगा उसके कैबिन में। मुझे ढूंढना, वेयर इज द कैबिनेट ऑफ दैट पर्सन?
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book.
इस टाइप का
A
कुछ
box or a small
मुझे ढूंढना
chest,
है, guys.
perhaps.
अच्छा ये ऊपर तो नहीं है ना? ये ऊपर क्या चीज है? क्या पता मुझे ये रस्सी काटनी हो। गाइस सब कुछ देख लिया मैंने गाइस, कुछ नहीं बाकी रखा मैंने। पता नहीं बार बार पीछे क्यों जा रहा हूँ।
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
कुछ तो गाइस मुझे अभी भी कुछ न कुछ लग रहा है, कुछ न कुछ मैं मिस कर रहा हूँ गाइस।
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
So here it is guys, here it is.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Yes, finally the book is in our custody. Ooh. Missing tin box. There had been tin box in the cabin. अच्छा हमें OP. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Okay.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. अच्छा मुझे चाची से बाय कहना पड़ेगा, चाची को अलविदा कहना पड़ेगा, उनको बोलना पड़ेगा रात को हम आएंगे वापस.
Who could do such a thing?
अब क्या हुआ चाची को?
Mr. Holmes?
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window. We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
अच्छा ओके ओके, विंडो की तरफ जाना पड़ेगा मुझे. सब काम मैं ही करूँगा.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
ओके. कोई आ गया गाइस.
Shh! Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
अच्छा वो पकड़ा गया.
Mr. Holmes. All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
ये बच्चा क्या मारेगा टकले को. बच्चे की तहकीकात करते हैं. चलो भाई, कहाँ पर है वो बच्चा?
Mr. Holmes?
Home.
Locked.
ये रहा.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan. The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Patch. Careless. Cars. Short sleeves. Elaborate buttons. Expensive fabric. यहाँ पे कुछ थाम है भाई. थिन ने अच्छा पतले नहीं, पतला गला.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go.
Find a pair of rated screw that will find a detection red color. अच्छा. अच्छा वो बंदा उस दिन आया था जिस दिन उसकी बुक छूट गई, उसे पता था कि मेरी बुक उधर छूट गई है, तो मुझे उसे वापस लेने जाना पड़ा था और इसलिए वो दोबारा आया दूसरे दिन।
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
अच्छा ओके, इन्वेस्टिगेट द मर्डर ऑफ पीटर कैरी। ओके हमें स्कॉटलैंड यार्ड पे जाना पड़ेगा। स्कॉटलैंड तो यार्ड तो यही है।
Locked.
ये मुर्दा घर है क्या गाइस?
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what? A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin. A handkerchief with the initials JHN.
From R. Dawson to my friend and partner 1883.
And partner, 1883. From R. Dawson to my friend Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Interrogate suspect John Allen Elegant completed. Okay.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Profile of the victim. Rings engraving. Pakada
The
gaya.
ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
देख रहे हो गाइस, इसकी IQ देखो गाइस,
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
की IQ देखो गाइस। अब मुझे कहाँ जाना है?
Mr. Holmes?
At your service, Mr. Holmes. At your service, Mr. Holmes. At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
ऊपर जाने दे टकले।
These are the suspect's belongings. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
मुझे इस रिंग का कुछ करना है। सर्च आर्काइव्स। A heavy gold ring with inspiration from Mount Dawson to my friend at party attend.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
क्या करूँ इसका? कहाँ जाऊँ मैं अब? चाची से बात करता हूँ गाइस। चाची को मिले हुए बहुत टाइम हो गया, शायद इनको कुछ पता होगा।
Who could do such a
अरे
thing?
इसे भी कुछ नहीं पता।
Poor husband.
अच्छा ये रहा।
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
इतनी देर से उधर उधर भटक रहा था मैं।
Good gracious, you caught... Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
अरे बाप रे। छोड़ो 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 छोड़ो। गाइस क्या देख रहे थे हम लोग? शी।
My analysis table. It is useful for my work. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
अच्छा ये रहा गाइस, फाइनली।
That is not the one I need.
I have a gold ring with inscription or antique art of a museum, House of Parliament, earlier release. Economic science नहीं, technology नहीं, history, medicine नहीं, botany नहीं। कहाँ पे होगा ये?
That is not the one I need.
वे आर डाउसन था कौन?
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one I need. That is not. That is not the one I need. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Dawson and Elegant investment fund or regional banking 23rd largest bank in Britain. It is bankruptcy was second largest on record. Okay. Chacha.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
इसके पापा और जो मर गया है उन दोनों का कोई कनेक्शन था. Ships locks for the year 1983 might put some light on the connection. मुझे कहाँ जाना पड़ेगा? मुझे घर वुड्समैन ले जाना पड़ेगा. इसका अंतिम संस्कार कराओ यार कोई.
1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
Peter Carey Master, okay. Charles Liston, Henry George, James Lancer, Patrick Forrest, Superstar, Edwin, Joseph Walker, Ronald Richard Lang, Simon Weeks, Lester Page, Will Wright, Benjamin Presley, Matthew Turner, Tom Pepper, Sam Porter, Roger Fulton, Thomas Lawrence.
Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
मेरे घर जाना पड़ेगा।
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him. Watson, I need Wiggins. Is he anywhere nearby?
He's right across the street. You can give him a sign from the window.
अबे ये क्यों हटती नहीं, खड़ी रहती है इधर इधर।
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
तो चलो गाइस, बुलावा आया है, चलना पड़ेगा। गाइस, मेरे भाई लोग, अगर आपने अभी तक स्ट्रीम को लाइक नहीं किया तो मेरे भाई स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो यारो, और प्लीज़ से हाई इन द चैट। मुझे पता चले कौन कौन अभी चैट में अवेलेबल है ब्रो। प्लीज़ से हाई।
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us. We'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing.
अरे MK Gamer,
The
hello, welcome to
constable
live
told
stream,
me
brother.
that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
अच्छा लग रहा है
Of
जानते हैं कि आपको ये
course.
story पसंद आ
It's
रही
in
है.
the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Meet Inspector yesterday. Examined her plates belonging. अबे हर्टले कहाँ मिलेगा? ये रहा
Please
हर्टले.
escort this suspect for interrogation.
Hello Murli Krishna, hello,
Allow
welcome
me
to
to
live stream,
introduce
brother.
myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and
Hello,
exactly
Krishna.
what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
ये तो बहुत टेढ़े खेल निकले. Old scar, okay. Handkerchief with crusted teeth. Plant remains. Plant remains? Gardener hand. अच्छा ये है gardener. Nice.
That's all for now. अच्छा
जॉन निकल इधर है तो इधर कौन है? अच्छा इधर कोई नहीं है.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
ओ चाचा. ओके. ए लाइम हर्टली है. Find a piece of destructive certificate railway. Found inside the same box for लेकिन अब मैं इसे ढूंढूं कहाँ पे? Probably मुझे मेरे घर जाना पड़ेगा. नहीं ये मैं गलत जगह जा गया. Shit. ये गलत जगह गया. I'm going to wrong place. ये मैं गलत जगह आ गया. मुझे मेरे घर जाना है.
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I first imagined.
So guys, क्या आपने अभी तक स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दिया यारो? अगर नहीं किया है तो प्लीज अभी कर दो लाइक.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it.
इधर कुछ नहीं है गाइस.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
गाइस एक फन चीज देखने गाइस. अला पता नहीं क्यों इधर रखा हुआ है. फक. किसने रखा है? क्यों रखा है?
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I first imagined.
अब मुझे कहाँ जाना है, क्यों जाना है, किस लिए जाना है? I don't know. मुझे ये ढूंढना है, फाइंड एनिमल्स। किससे बात करूँ, किससे बात करूँ, किससे बात करूँ मैं? पर चाची से हाय हेलो करके आते हैं।
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Bro, why she always near window? Who, brother? अरे अच्छा है दे. I think she is a silent lover of Sherlock Holmes. Maybe.
Dundee. Hammerfest. Hammerfest.
कुछ तो पता नहीं.
Rum. A sailor's drink. Someone drank from this glass recently.
मेरे घर पे कुछ नहीं है, इधर कुछ नहीं है, तो मुझे स्कॉटलैंड यार्ड ही जाना पड़ेगा. Bro, that granny is always been outside the house. Yes, she is alone, bro. Her husband is dead.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, here it is.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
नहीं, खुद पूछ रहा है, बैठे बैठे काम करवा रहा है. Shit. नहीं, इधर नहीं जाना, ये बहुत डरावनी जगह है. घुसना अंदर.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes, इसको और कुछ आता नहीं है करने को.
I'm not saying another word.
ये तो कुछ बोल नहीं रहा है इतनी देर से.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Guys, क्या करूँ मैं, मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा है क्या करूँ.
These are the suspect's belongings.
अच्छा, ये तो देखा ही नहीं था हमने.
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it. These are the suspect's belongings.
ओ अच्छा, हम इसे उधर चेक कर सकते हैं घर पे. ओके ओके, नाइस नाइस नाइस. The letter says from Hartley. It is covered almost completely the ink stains. Okay, nice nice nice. अच्छा लगा अच्छा लगा अच्छा लगा. उस फुटप्रिंट का कुछ तो आइडिया मिला.
These are the suspect's belongings. A handkerchief with the initials JHN.
मुझे कुछ नहीं करना, मुझे सीधा करना है फुटप्रिंट्स लिए। याद है गाइस वो फुटप्रिंट्स हमको मैच करना है। उसका जूता हमको नहीं मिल रहा था, मिला तो वो मैच नहीं कर रहा था। हेलो स्कॉट सॉम भाई, पबजी कब खेलोगे ब्रो? खेलेंगे ब्रो, आज नहीं, प्रोबेबली कल हम खेल सकते हैं। सो भाई अगर आ ही गए तो प्लीज स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर देना मेरा भाई। It match.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Yeah. Hartley. Hartley's footprints and अच्छा नो गार्डनर, वो गार्डनर नहीं था। Liam Hartley boots match the footprints at Woodman's Lee, thus proving that he was there. Judith Carey denies that he was their gardener. Okay guys, nice. कल खेल सकता हूँ भाई। हाँ ब्रो, कल खेल सकते हो ब्रो, कल खेल सकते हो। अब मुझे लगता है मुझे डायरेक्ट अब चलना चाहिए पुलिस स्टेशन। लेट्स गो टू पुलिस स्टेशन गाइस, और बात करते हैं जो अपने को डेट बहुत गर्मी है गाइस, पानी पीना पड़ रहा है बार-बार।
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
तू तो गया, तेरे मैं डुनाई करूंगा अब मैं।
Tell me, Mr. Hartley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
देखो, वेल केप्ट गार्डन, एक तो ये गार्डनर है ठीक है, इसने गार्डन अच्छी तरह से इसने मैच किया। हर्टलेस बूट मैच, इसका बूट मैच किया सबसे पहले, तो इसका बूट मैच हुआ है।
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Garden? नहीं, shit. Garden correct answer है?
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Gardener.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
That's all for now.
अच्छा टेने से बात कर लेता हूँ।
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
बैठे रहे तू, इधर ही बैठा रहे। लॉकडाउन है, अंदर ही बैठा रहा ओके ये बॉन्ड का तो कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है। स्ट्रेंथ लेटर, the letter seized from her place. It is covered almost completely in ink stains. इसके लिए मुझे कहाँ चलना पड़ेगा? कहाँ जाऊँ मैं गाइस? घर चलता हूँ।
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I first imagined.
अच्छा ये रहा।
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction.
So guys,
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
so guys, इसने क्या बोला मुझे कुछ याद नहीं है। ओके इसने क्या बोला मुझे कुछ याद नहीं है गाइस।
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
फिर से बोल यार, मुझे कुछ याद नहीं रह रहा गाइस।
First condition,
Okay.
all 7 reagents should be used.
Okay.
Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay. Okay.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be
Okay. नहीं वो फिर से सुन लेता हूँ।
First
मुझे कुछ याद
condition,
नहीं रह रहा है।
all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence. Third condition. No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
क्या गाइस, यही तो था। यही तो उसने बोला था। ये देखो guys.
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used.
Okay.
Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent.
Okay.
Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
ब्रो आपको इंस्टा पे फॉलो कैसे करो? ब्रो एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क इंस्टा टाइप करो चैट में, आपको लिंक मिल जाएगी ब्रो। एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क इंस्टा। नितिन ब्रो यू कैन सेंड शेयर अ लिंक ब्रो। एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क इंस्टा गाइस। लेट मी सॉल्व दिस ब्रो, लेट मी सॉल्व दिस।
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Guys, this is something very मुझे घंटा कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है क्या हो रहा है गाइस। कोई है कोई केमिस्ट्री वाला बंदा कोई है?
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
गाइस मेरी केमिस्ट्री मेरी पहले से ही बहुत खराब है गाइस। केमिस्ट्री का मुझे सी भी नहीं आता है। ब्रो फर्स्ट फॉर ऑल 7 रिजेक्ट्स। ओके लाइन वाइज यू आर सेइंग लाइन वाइज ओके।
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
देखो गाइस मुझे लगता है यहाँ पे है ना इन लोग ने हिंट दे दी है। ये देखो गाइस फर्स्ट ब्लू देन समथिंग मिस्टीरियस देन अगेन ऑरेंज एंड इनविजिबल। ओके 2 ऑरेंज यूज्ड हो गए 1 इनविजिबल। हमें ब्लू के बाद ग्रीन और इनविजिबल यूज़ करना है गाइस आई थिंक।
No, something isn't right.
Yeah.
I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Yes, bro, it seems. But I tried in front of you, brother. I tried in front of you. Look, this is first, okay? This is first. Okay? Now this is second. Okay?
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
I told you, brother, I told you. I told you, brother.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing...
I told you. Look at the instructions. Listen, guys, listen.
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent. First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent. No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
I think I have missed something. मैंने कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा कर दिया. Okay, I will try within bro, your way, but I think it will work, bro.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
First blue and second green. Okay, first blue. First blue, guys. Second green. Third colorless. Okay. And fourth orange. And fifth colorless. Okay, what next, bro? There are 2 left, orange and blue. It worked?
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
No.
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Guys, I am skipping. I'm skipping this. That's it. I did as you asked and had hit them well, but I beg you to reconsider and remember our woes. I have done nothing dishonorable wrong with you, me.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Hot time ले लिया इसने guys. Hot time ले लिया.
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk.
The letter received from a portion of text was successfully recovered chemical processing. अच्छा अब मुझे उधर जाना है. स्कॉटलैंड यार्ड पुलिस स्टेशन जाना है. ब्रो डिस्कॉर्ड का लिंक भी मिल जाएगा. एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क डी लिखो, सिर्फ एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क डी. Bro, are you completed? No bro, I skipped it. I'm fed up of it bro, I skipped it.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as
Bro,
you
I know it.
asked
Okay,
and
bro.
hid them well. Should
Write
I
it
continue?
bro, write it.
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
तुझसे तो बात ही नहीं करनी है. उसके टूल्स कहाँ पड़े रहते हैं?
Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
According to Hurtley's letter and by his own words, he did something at the spot where the garden tools are kept. He is a gardener at a Woodman's Lee, so should you definitely conduct a search. First blue, next green, next blue, and next orange, and next colorless, and next orange, and next colorless. Okay, bro. Shit. Where is tools? Where is tools, brother?
Locked. Locked.
अच्छी का कुछ कहना है क्या?
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam.
चलो हमको चाबी मिल गई है इसकी.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
इतने से छोटे से कमरे में क्या छुपा दिया होगा हमको? ये रहा guys. That's it.
Let us see what is in this box.
Guys, it's another quiz. Yeah, sim.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
तो गाइस मुझे फिर से हर्टली से मिलना पड़ेगा. जॉइंट डिस्कॉर्ड ब्रो. टुमारो कितने बजे? सुबह 10:30 बजे देखते हैं ब्रदर. 10:30 बजे.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, bro. Good luck. Arre, thanks, bro. बंदे ने रुला दिया। चलो पुलिस स्टेशन चलते, थोड़ी और पूछपरछ करते हैं। तो गाइस अगर आपको स्ट्रीम देखने में मज़ा आ रहा है तो मेरे भाई स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर देना और अपने दोस्तों के साथ इसे शेयर कर देना, जिससे अपनी फैमिली और बड़ी हो सके। और अपने को गाइस जल्दी से जल्दी 500 सब्स कंप्लीट करने हैं। तो गाइस चलो शुरू हो जाते। हाँ तो लाउड प्रेमी पंखोड़े का किधर है रोमियो?
I'm not saying another word. I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
इधर तो मैं फालतू का ओपन आ गया इधर से। Bro, do chemistry. Bro, we don't have any tasks, bro. We don't have any tasks for chemistry. Let me show you.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
That's it. We don't have any tasks. If we do have tasks, then we will do.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
तो bro, लेकिन अब मुझे जाना किधर है?
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
ये खड़े खड़े इधर ही यार, क्या मिलता है इसको?
My archive. I can always consult with. My archive. I can always consult with it. My archive. I can al.
मुझे ये बॉन्ड ढूंढना है। अच्छा हमने वो लड़कों को भेजा था ना, उसको क्या हुआ? स्कॉटलैंड यार्ड जाते, उस पुलिस वाले से पूछते हैं। कुछ बचा भी नहीं, किसी से बातचीत करना।
These are the suspect's belongings. A pen, nothing unusual about it. These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected.
अच्छा, अरे भाई, क्या यार?
No, that's not it. No, that's not it.
CPR. ये रहा.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
That's it. मुझे लग ही रहा था कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा. I am Hercules letter और break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in a pool of the victim. So this proves the guilt of the burglar who made these attempts.
please escort this suspect for interrogation?
Bro, how you skipped without all the completed this task? Yes, bro, it shows.
Tell me, Mr.
There is an
Nelligan,
option, bro.
what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
Boom.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I
Bhai,
discovered
aap
that
kahan
the
se ho?
original seller had
Bro, main
been
Gujarat se
Captain
hu, brother.
Peter Carey.
I'm from Gujarat.
These papers, they belonged to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
I'm not saying another word.
घर पे रह चलते हैं ब्रो. Stay home.
What should we do next, Holmes? What should...
My analysis table. It is useful for my work. Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire. My archive. I can always consult with it. This is where I keep my post. My archive. I can always consult.
अच्छा मुझे अब वापस उधर जाना है मूवमेंट के लिए. सो गाइस, जिसने भी मेरे स्ट्रीम को लाइक नहीं किया यार, लाइक कर दो मेरे भाई, लाइक कर दो. तो जो भी बंदा स्ट्रीम पे नया है भाई, सबका वेलकम भाई लोग. मैं चाची से मिलूंगा बाद में. चाची तो छुपी रिश्तम निकली. अभी भी यहाँ पे कुछ है. कुछ तो अभी भी है यहाँ पर. ब्रो हेलो ब्रो, आज आखिर आ गए. बहुत याद आई आपकी यार. ब्रो थैंक्स यार. I know.
Peter Carey was fully dressed.
I know,
He
bro.
was not
सब याद
caught by
कर रहे होगे मुझे.
surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
I know bro, याद तो आती होगी भाई. मुझे भी बहुत याद आ रही थी आपकी सबकी.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from...
ये सब छोड़ो, चाचे के पास चलो. चाचे कुछ नया बताएंगे. ये अभी भी रो रही है.
Leave me alone, please.
अच्छा, ये हमसे बात नहीं करेगी. इंस्पेक्टर क्राइम सीन एट वुडबिंसली. ये तो हमने कर लिया यार. कुछ मिसिंग हो रहा है गाइस, प्लीज. मस्त गेम. अरे ब्रो, अभी आपने देखी ही नहीं है. स्टार्टिंग से देखते तो और मजा आते. गेम तो मस्त है, मुझे खुद पसंद आ रही है गाइस.
Dundee. Hammerfest.
ब्रो कुछ तो मिसिंग है मेरे भाई.
The murder weapon was probably taken from this rack. Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
Guys, please help me. कुछ तो बताओ यार.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
गाइस अब मुझे बिल्कुल भी आइडिया नहीं मुझे कहाँ जाना है किससे मिलना है क्यों मिलना है. देखो.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
मक्का सही हो गया है गाइस. Investigate the murder of a Peter Carey. Okay. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lake. ये अभी भी checked क्यों नहीं है यार? किससे मिलूं यार? किससे मिलूं मैं? चाची तो बात नहीं कर रही अपने से और वहाँ पे कुछ अब ढूंढने लायक कुछ बचा नहीं है.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches. The tooth of a sperm whale. This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book, a box or a small chest, perhaps.
गाइस मुझे कुछ आइडिया नहीं हो रहा है गाइस. गाइस कोई हेल्प कर सकता है तो मेरे भाई प्लीज हेल्प करो मेरे भाई.
Leave me alone, please.
ये अभी भी रो रही है.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
नहीं, इसका तो भाई रिजल्ट ही चाहिए यार.
I'm not saying another word.
Bro, can you tell what is the situation?
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
What the... ये देखो, ये औरत जिसकी मौत हुई है, ये उसकी बीवी है, ठीक है. ये लड़का है, ये जिसके पे मर्डर हुआ, ये इसके घर पे गया था. प्रोबेबली उसकी कुछ भूख हो गई, वो भूख उधर गिर गई थी. और साथ में ये कुछ इसके पिताजी था, इसके पापा, वो जिसकी मौत है वो उसके साथ काम करता था, ठीक है. तो उनका ये क्या बोलते हैं, कनेक्शन है. ये गार्डनर था और इसका अफेयर चल रहा था. ओके, व्हाट वी वांट नाउ. ओके, तो ये इसका अफेयर चल रहा था. ओके, तो ये दोनों भी अंडर अरेस्ट है. अब प्रॉब्लम ये है कि यहाँ पे कोई टास्क दिखाई नहीं रहा, और टास्क दिख रहा है तो क्या दिखा रहा है, इन्वेस्टिगेट द मर्डर ऑफ पीटर कैरे, inspect the crime scene at Woodmansley. Valuable bond certificate were kept inside the stolen tin box. John, अच्छा ये गाइस, कोई नहीं गाइस, केस सॉल्व हो रहा है. Bro, John Illigan could have been caught stealing the bond certificate. This might have been a motive him to murder Peter Gary. Okay. Guys, I think from starting, right? Bro, it's going to solve now, bro. Okay, wait. Hercules presented Woodmansley on the night of the murder is explained by his affection towards Juliet Carey and the fact that he worked there as a gardener. अच्छा, वो दोनों का लफड़ा चल रहा था और उससे मिलने के लिए यहाँ पे गार्डनर बन के रह रहा था. ओपी. काम करता हूँ मैं, एक बार फिर से दादी अम्मा से मिल के आता हूँ. बहुत देर से रो रही होगी, चुप कराना पड़ेगा. अब तो तू कुछ बोलेगी, कुछ नहीं बोली तो
Leave me alone, please.
क्या यार, कब से रोए जा रहे. एक बार घर के चल के देखता हूँ मैं. The break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been
What should we do next, Holmes?
Lime Hurtley's relation with Judith Carey gives him a motive for killing Peter Carey. Yes, Hurtley present ruthlessly on the night of the murder is explained by his affection towards Judith Carey and the fact that he worked here as a gardener. मुझे तो वो कैरी पे पूरा भरोसा हो गया कि उसने ही मारा होगा, वो उस गार्डनर ने. Johnny Lockwood having caught, ये तो पढ़ लिया है ना मैंने ब्रो. नहीं यहाँ पे कुछ फक में कुछ न कुछ कर रहा हूँ लेकिन हो रहा है. बोथ नेगल एंड हटले आर लाइंग देयरफॉर दे माइट बी वर्किंग टुगेदर. ये भी हो सकता है, ये भी हो सकता है गाइस कि वो दोनों झूठ बोल रहे हो.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I don't know guys, ये गेम सेव होती है कि नहीं होती है. जाने का टाइम हो रहा है गाइस.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
नहीं पता मुझे अभी तक.
What am I doing here?
I'm not saying another word.
So एक काम करते हैं. I'm gonna we really want to quit main menu all progress since the last 7 point will be lost. Yes. तो guys आज का गेम हम यहीं पे एंड करते हैं ब्रो, क्योंकि मेरा ब्रो जाने का टाइम हो चुका है. I will be back with a new this game bro, जिससे हम रिज्यूम करेंगे ब्रो यहाँ से. ओके ब्रो, तो गाइस tomorrow maybe I will get PUBG. Bye guys, bye.